Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome to the video. I hope your night's going great. Mine is going awesome because Vancouver is finally here, guys. The Titans are in the Overwatch League. They're here, boys. Let's go. They had an amazing promo that they posted on their Twitter. Today we're going to be answering the question, who is the Vancouver Titans? Where do the players come from? What's their history? And of course, we're going to be taking a look at those amazing promos. They're so sick. Like, straight up, the Vancouver Overwatch League team has killed it so far with branding and promotion for these guys. I mean, we just gotta jump straight into this amazing video that they posted on their Twitter announcing all of the players and to the city. Oh, it was clean. Let's roll it.
Connect fans, you may have heard that Connect Sports and Entertainment is entering the world of eSports and introducing a brand new Overwatch League team. Now, fans have been waiting months to hear what it's going to be called and who's going to be included in the roster, and I'm happy to tell you that the wait is over. We're about to reel it all right here, right now.
Few know who they truly can be, hidden until summoned. True power lies within us, waiting to be released. These ancient mountains, not for the weak of heart. Our great Pacific Northwest, a home for the wild and free. There is an unstoppable power within you. Today, we release the Titans.
And here are your Vancouver Titans. Haxel, Twilight, Bumper, Stitch, Janu, Sominsu, Horeg, Rappel, Slime, Yangwon, Pagion, Harsha, and special guest, Flowervin. These are your Vancouver Titans. They will start their season this January. You'll be able to follow along at overwatchleague.com.
Oh my goodness, boys. I don't know about you, but that gave me the chills. I am so excited for the Vancouver Titans. They're going to be sick. I've been saying it over the past couple weeks. When their branding got leaked to be the Vancouver Titans, I was so damn excited. I just wanted it to be that, and I wanted it to be the full runaway roster, and it is. Just think about it, guys. The Vancouver Titans. They're coming into this season as the new big dogs. So all the good teams, London Spitfire, New York Excelsior, LA Valiant, Philadelphia Fusion, all the top dogs right now are going straight for Vancouver. They're no remorse, and we're going to get some epic matches. They're going to try to show them that, hey, this is the Overwatch League. You guys don't belong here. Obviously, they do belong here, but they want to make them seem like they don't. They want to show them this is a whole nother ball game. This isn't contenders. And oh man, I am just hyped, guys. This is it. This also wasn't the only promo they did. They had another sick one that they posted on their Twitter. Let's take a look at that one. But before we hop into that, I just want to let you guys know tomorrow, 5 p.m. Eastern and 2 p.m. Pacific, we are doing the talk show with OG from the Dallas Fuel and Super from the San Francisco Shock, talking anything and everything Overwatch League, so do not miss out on that, guys. Link is down below, twitch.tv, Be Live Official in the description. Go check it out. This is exciting, guys. It's official. I can't wait for the Vancouver Titans to show what they can do in the Overwatch League. It's a long time coming for these former Runaway players, and for those of you guys who don't know who Runaway is or where some of these players come from, let's just go through their histories real quick, just so everybody's caught up and they know what this roster is capable of. So 8 of the 9 players on this Vancouver roster all come from Runaway, a team they competed with in Korea. Now, Runaway is an organization that has been involved in Overwatch since pretty much the very beginning. They competed in the very first Overwatch Apex season. Now, Overwatch Apex was the very first major Korean tournament. It was huge. They even flew out Western teams. So if you didn't follow Korean Overwatch at the time, maybe you'll recognize the names like Envious, Cloud9, Fnatic, who all competed in Overwatch Apex with a ton of Korean teams. And for the first season, one of the Western teams did come out on top, Envious. They won season 1, defeating Afrika Freaks in the grand finals 4-0, so they pretty much dominated everybody. And as I said, this was Runaway's very first tournament. They didn't do great though. They finished at the bottom, 13th through 16th. Now, I know I said 8 of the 9 players on Vancouver come from Runaway, but not all 8 of those players were on Runaway at the very start. 3 of them were. We have Haxel and Stitch, 2 of their DPS players, and we have Bumper, who is now their main tank. But Bumper wasn't always the main tank for this team. He dabbled in a bunch of roles. He started off as a support, then he moved on to the Diva role, and then eventually ended up on main tank. These 3 players are very experienced and have been teammates forever. We're talking all the way back to 2016, guys. So as I said, Apex Season 1 didn't go very well for them. But then, moving on to the next season, this is where they started to shine. In Season 2, Haxel, he became one of the deadliest Genjis in the league. Stitch became one of the best tracers in the world as well, and this was during the 2-2-2 dive meta. They made it all the way to the grand finals and barely lost to the Lunatic High team, who was very dominant at the time, mostly made up of Seoul Dynasty players right now, and they lost 3-4. So they made huge improvements, going from dead last to 2nd place. Then they moved into Season 3, and well, for some reason they didn't do as good as they did in Season 2. They kind of sat behind, they didn't make it out of group stages, finishing 9th through 12th. They knew they needed to make some changes going into Season 4 of Apex, and that's exactly what they did. This is where we seen Janu join the Runaway roster and take over Diva duties from Bumper, while Bumper moved over to support. So now we have 4 of the 9 members on this Vancouver roster competing together under Runaway in Season 4 of Apex, and they had an amazing run, going all the way to the grand finals once again and narrowly losing to GC Busan, who eventually went on to make up the entire London Spitfire roster. And once again, Haxel and Stitch made a huge impression on the tournament, and we for sure thought they were going to make Season 1 of the Overwatch League. I mean, it only made sense if you think about it. The LW Blue roster, who never really went as far as Runaway, made the Overwatch League. We knew Lunatic High was going to get in there, as well as GC Busan. So of course the other team, who was always as good as these teams, or even better than some of them, would have made it in as well, right? No, that didn't happen for some reason. Instead, they were passed up basically by everyone because no one wanted to pick them up as a team, and it seems like that was what held them back. They wanted to stay together, they wanted to get signed as a team, and no Overwatch League teams wanted to pick them all up. So what did they decide to do? Stick it out for Season 2, and oh my god, what a risky move. Somebody like Stitch or Haxel, who definitely would have had offers out there, decided to stay with Runaway in hopes of making the season with their team. That's incredible. But as we know now, he did end up getting in with his team, so congratulations to him. Let's go ahead and move on and continue talking about this Runaway roster, because after Season 4, we all know Overwatch League started, and that was the birth of Korean Contenders, and that's where the Runaway roster started picking up more players who were on this Vancouver team now. So Runaway went through a big transition when they went from Apex over to Contenders. They kept Haxel and Stitch on DPS, Janu on the off tank, but then they decided to move Bumper off of that support role and they put him onto main tank. Then they decided to pick up 2 new supports, Slime and Twilight. And this is effectively what became Runaway's starting roster for Season 1 of Contenders and even Season 2. In Season 1 of Contenders, Runaway was really strong. They made it all the way to the semifinals, but they were upset by the eventual winners, X6 Gaming, who, by the way, a lot of the X6 Gaming members who beat Runaway that season are now on Overwatch League teams. We have Hangzhou Spark. They picked up about 4 of them. There's a couple of them spread out in North America. So they did decent. A semifinals appearance. It seems like Runaway has always been consistent as an organization, just kind of slumping there in that first season of Apex. Moving into Season 2 of Overwatch Contenders Korea, though, it seemed like they finally made those exact perfect changes that they needed to come out on top, and that was signing Seo Min-soo and Hureg to back up on DPS for Stitch and Haxel. For Seo Min-soo, he competed on a few decent Korean teams prior to joining Runaway, but never nothing really good. As for Hureg, for most of you guys who followed Season 1 of the Overwatch League, he was a backup on the London Spitfire before getting kicked at the end of Stage 3. He was definitely inconsistent, but when he did play good, he played really good. And they ended up going all the way, guys, winning Season 2 of Korean Contenders. I recommend going and watching the Grand Finals, Runaway vs Kongdu Panthera. It happened like 3-4 months ago, so if you want to see how good these guys actually are for your own eyes, they played incredible at Overwatch. It was super competitive. It was amazing. It was better than so many of the Overwatch League games. So go take a look at that. But as I said, that's only 8 of the 9 members. The 9th and final member is going to be a support player, and he will be a sub on this roster. And he comes from the Korean contenders team Element Mystic, who also had pretty good runs in Season 2 and Season 1, getting 5th through 8th and then 3rd through 4th. They did lose to Runaway in Season 2. They must have saw something competing against them and said, hey, we need a backup support player. Let's get Repel. And that is the 9 players that make up this Vancouver Titans Overwatch League roster. I'd say they definitely have an advantage coming in over a lot of the expansion teams just because they play together for so long. They have that experience, they have the connection. As for the coaching staff, they have Pajion, who was the head coach of the Philadelphia Fusion University roster, who got first place in Season 1 and Season 2 of North American Contenders. Definitely a solid pickup there. And then their analyst is going to be Harsha, who was an analyst for San Francisco Shock during Season 1. It's kind of a small staff. I do think they need to pick up more, but overall, I think it's decent and they can do very well. The existing synergy, as I said earlier, will help them push through the early stages of Overwatch League when they need to adapt. Now, I'm not going to say how good they're going to be exactly yet because I'm going to do that in my series where I rank the worst teams to the best teams. So if you guys want to listen to me talk about every single team and how good they are, what rank they are compared to all the other teams, be sure to subscribe. Also, talk show is happening tomorrow, guys, 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific time at twitch.tv/BeLiveOfficial. Link will be down below for the talk show. Come listen to me, OG from the Dallas Fuel, Super from the San Francisco Shock, talk about anything and everything Overwatch League. It's going to be hype, guys. That's it for this video. If you loved it, be sure to subscribe for more. I'm out of here, guys. Peace.